I appear. When I premiere, this the end of your life in air. This shit with mind, what you can do when I appear. When I premiere, this the end of your life in air. This shit with mind.
Hey guys, so Maquette X/Megs here. As you can see, even though usually I'm alone, like always in my life, I have a collaborator / old high school friend.
We're not friends.
We're not friends.
She's just lonesome.
I called a random person. Anyways, Julian is here. He has his own blog called MCKBook. So we kind of have intersecting musical tastes, but it's kind of different in the sense that I more venture into an electro side and he goes more into a
hip-hop, R&B. I kind of like to delve a little bit everywhere, but like I'm more of a hip-hop, R&B oriented person.
Yeah, so it's cool that we thought we would have some intersecting favorite music of the year, but also have our own thing, so it's kind of a bit diverse. So this is going to be like a series that we're going to do for December. Like, so over the course of the month, we're going to kind of unveil our favorite EPs, mixtapes, albums, and songs of the year. So obviously, if you subscribe to this channel, you'll be getting updates of all that. Also, we're going to be embedding this on our own personal blogs, which is probably where you're watching this right now, and or on Facebook, because we shamelessly promote ourselves to our high school friends.
Come on!
Completely. Okay, so anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm just gonna...
I'm really scared to say this guy's name because I'm afraid I'm gonna get it wrong. Kwes.
Kwes? Is it Kwes?
Is it Kwes? Kwes. There's a period at the end of it. When you look at his name up on Wikipedia, it's like Kwes, KWES, and then like a period at the end. So for the sake of this blog, I'm going to refer to him as Kwes period.
Kwes period. Okay, that's cool.
Kwes period. I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but you know, Kwes period, you know, that sounds like a really cool name, you know, Kwes period. But anyway, besides the point, he released an EP this year. I think you introduced me to that EP, the Meantime EP. It's just 4 tracks on it, but it's just really musical. It's just, some of them are kind of long tracks, but it's just like a really good feel when you listen to it.
Yeah, he's really remnant of like Subtract. I don't know if you've heard of Subtract.
Yeah, I've heard of Subtract.
They kind of have like a similar vibe, like the London club, underground club scene. Like, I really like that. I also like how Kwes, when you listen to his lyrics, or Kwes period, when you listen to his lyrics, they're kind of like endearing. Like, as a girl, I'm kind of like, wow, that's so sweet. I want someone to sing, you know, that song. He has a song called Honey, and it's like he's supposed to be a head of lettuce singing to like the thing of honey in the cabinet, and I'm kind of like, you know what, that's like a really cute analogy. It was
weird, I never thought of it that way, like a head of lettuce?
Yeah, he's like, my leafy heart grow fonder, and I was like, oh he said fonder. He's a head of lettuce or like cabbage or something? I don't even know, but I think it's really endearing, and I look forward to...
Head of lettuce? Like, that's like me saying like I'm like a head of cabbage and I'm like singing to like...
That's cute though.
Really?
I feel like you would definitely get the girl.
Is that what girls are into now? Comparing themselves to, you know, vegetables and fruit?
Oh, there's also that song Ego Ye. Ego Ye. How do you pronounce that?
That's another thing that's really weird about this EP. I mean, I really like the EP, but it's just like the way it's spelled. Like, what's with Lagoya?
Is it Lagoya? Is it
I don't know.
Or is it Ig?
Is it? Yeah, because like I'm just writing it as like it's not Lagoya. It might be Ig. It's like they have like the first digit. It looks like an L or it's like a.
But then he said it was a capital I think he said.
Yeah, it is.
I think so.
Igor.
I remember he was very angry about that at one point on Facebook.
It's with an I.
It was an I, not an L.
Spell it right. What's wrong with you?
I am an artist.
Damn it! Don't you see the period at the end too? Say it. Okay, another EP that we liked for this year is actually more of a mixtape. Actually, the Childish Gambino mixtape, Royalty.
Love Donald Glover.
Royalty good. I love Donald Glover. I like, you know, the fact that, you know, he's able to rap, he's able to do stand-up comedy, he's written for 30 Rock, this dude's a writer. I like Donald Glover. Dude's like a black nerd, and like, as he said in the stand-up, you know, he's big, black nerds are like popular now.
He's like straight up just like talented. Like, he's good at everything that he does.
It features the likes of Beck, there's Bun B on the mixtape as well. Actually, on the track of Bun B, they sample a track from Kavinsky.
Night Call, yes.
Yeah, Night Call. They sample Night Call. I thought that was really cool as well. They've got Danny Brown on there. They've got an awesome track with Schoolboy Q and Absol. 2 guys who were really awesome this year. I was just really in awe of it because
And it's a big departure from his usual work.
Yes.
He doesn't collaborate with people, you know?
It's true, very much
He was
so.
known for like just doing his own thing and just, you know, not having anyone involved in it. And now suddenly he's just like, I'm not doing anything but myself this time.
Just go with a whole bunch of people. But yeah, like I'm just so used to seeing Don Glover as like a funny, like crazy guy, and now he kind of poured out his soul a little bit, and he's also, you know, just he went hard. He was rapping hard. He was doing very well on the mixtape, I found.
Yeah, and I remember you used to always talk about Childish Gambino, and I was kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, like I'll listen to it eventually.
Yeah.
And I was like really, really into Community, and I was like Googling all of the people. He's Childish Gambino, and it's just so good because he's just so amazing at like at his at the different like entities that he's involved in. Like if he doesn't do anything that he's not really good at.
Absolutely.
You know, and like he just like straight up like works really hard in like that one sector, and it's impressive that he's able to like be so funny in Community.
One thing I like.
And write these sad songs. You know, he's so painful.
It's like, oh, weren't you just being happy on Community, just happy there, and now you're
talking about how people used to bully you.
damn, and girl left you, and oh man, and like I heard like Heartbeat, that's not off Royalty, that's off Camp, I think, and like that's about like a girl left him. I was like, oh.
It hurts.
Yeah, it cut in deep.
You feel for him.
It's like you're supposed to be happy, and then you know you're like. It's sad. It's always weird when you see people like that. But back on Royalty, one thing I really liked about the mixtape was on the last track where he's rapping, and Tina Fey hops on for about like a good 30-45 seconds. Like Tina Fey from 30 Rock, which he used to write for. Yeah, she's just like going around like, you know, just trying to, you know, act gangsta.
Well, yeah, props to Tina Fey. Tina Fey's also good at
Yeah.
everything.
And she was, you know, thanks to you about that. She refrained from dropping an N-bomb on the song, you know, and she realized that. And she said, you know, hey, this is the part where I would drop the N-bomb, but, you know, I'm not gonna do that.
Diplo.
Oh, Diplo.
Diplo and his Express Yourself EP, which was
Oh, that was a banging EP actually. The sounds were just, all the sounds were really like everywhere, just like, you know, just it's really weird to explain it.
It was very like dancey kind of
very
thing.
dancey, and it's not like, you know, like a kind of like easy dancey. It's like really like weird, loud dancing.
Like,
but it's just really cool though.
I always kind of like felt like he expected people to dance with like noodle arms or something, kind of just like be really funky with it, you know?
Rocky inflatable.
So I was first introduced to Express Yourself by Diplo by my friend Lawrence, and he sent me the video, and I'd heard about Diplo because Diplo is a producer.
Yes.
And you never see the producer in like videos or whatever. So I'd known about Diplo, but I'd never seen him. And then I watched the Express Yourself video, and it's Nicki B, who is this, I guess, like scrawny, flamboyantly gay guy, and like
No way.
and
That was Diplo.
and I thought that was Diplo.
Oh
and
my God.
I was kind of confused and a little bit disappointed. I was like, this is Diplo?
Well, but have you never seen any of those BlackBerry commercials? For like a whole, like pretty much for all of this year, there were all these commercials with Diplo. He's just going around the country and he had his BlackBerry and he's just like mixing music and whatever.
No.
But yeah, instead of a, you know, scrawny, flamboyantly gay black guy, it's actually a kind of tall,
He's a pretty
Kinda-
big guy.
big guy, big white guy. He's
Yeah.
not black.
He's pretty cute.
Oh well.
I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty cute.
Okay. But you can, you know, fantasize over Diplo. Oh, Diplo, what I liked off the album, I liked Express Yourself. I liked Move Around with Elephant Man. Elephant Man's his reggae artist from Jamaica. I liked that. And also like Set It Off. That was one near the end. That was really cool as well. Diplo put out a really, really banging EP, I found.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see that, you know, he was always a producer for other artists. So this is really him not having to compromise his kind of, I guess, his artistic integrity and just kind of really go with what he envisions for like himself and what he wants to do with his skill and his talent and his specific sound.
Totally.
Because as opposed to having like kind of Diplo influence or Diplo undertones, it's like straight up like what he
Diplo.
wants to do.
Totally.
Yeah. Where we're kind of, this is where our tastes do diverge.
I diverge a little bit.
Yeah.
This one is an EP. It's more hip hop. It comes from this artist from, I believe, Brooklyn, by the name of Joey Badass. And Joey Badass is actually 17 years old, but he's kind of taken the world by storm a bit with his with his EP 1999, and when you listen to it, all of the beats and the raps, they sound like this old school late 80s 90s kind of thing. It's kind of like he hopped into like a time machine and he just like went into his recording studio and he just said, hey, I'm just gonna take all the influences from there and just record with there. And he has a lot of people from his group Pro Era. Like I think everyone in hip hop's really into this whole crew thing, you know, like Odd Future Wolfgang and stuff like that. Now they call them like the Pro Era. So you got a lot of rappers like Chuck Strangers is one, Lord Finesse. There's a whole bunch of rappers in that crew, and they're all over the EP. But it's just basically this really good blend of like New York style, old school hip hop. The rhymes are pretty good. It's just the beats that really struck with me, really, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I like the 1999 EP. I mean, I know hip hop's not really your stilo, but you know, it's really good study music.
It's really good study music.
No, it's really calming, really cool stuff. Really cool study music. Well, not
calming.
even just like really.
I think we have different definitions of the word calming.
Calming for sure.
Okay.
I want to talk about comes from this another young rapper by the name of Rockie Fresh, and Rockie Fresh is kind of like part of this new wave of rappers from Chicago that are coming up, like him, King Louie, and Chief Keef and Lil Reese. I have my reserved opinions on those two, but you know, the Chi-Town is really bringing out some rappers out right now. Rockie Fresh is an artist I had heard about from last year. He released this mixtape called The Other Side, and that kind of dealt with a little more rock and a little more alternative, but you know, this still had that hip hop feel. This new mixtape he put out called Driving 88, it works with this theme of just being chill and just like driving 88, and like he brings in this element of a DeLorean, like, you know, like Back to the Future. There's like a Back to the Future Marty McFly kind of thing. You know, I don't know if you ever heard of like Marty McFly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in one of the songs called Into the Future, in the video, he's just going into like this DeLorean. He's got the Marty McFly shoes on. It's sick. It's really cool. I really want a DeLorean. But yeah, this is there's some techno elements to it, and there's a little bit more rap infused in the Driving 88, but it's just really cool. Casey Veggies is on the mixtape. He's another young rapper. He had another good mixtape out this year, but Driving 88 was really cool. And Rockie Fresh for 2012, he's had a pretty big year. He got signed to Rick Ross's major label, Maybach Music Group, so he's definitely going to be on the come up for probably 2013. So look up Driving 88 if you haven't. Look up The Other Side mixtape if you haven't. I keep going around on social media saying, you know, look up Rockie Fresh because he's really cool, everything, but I'm dead serious because he's a really cool rapper. He's really sick. He's a really, really sick flow. He's up with MMG now.
One of my top EPs, I would pick Blighfield's Warm Blood. Most of the music that I find, because I'm looking for music for like my YouTube videos and kind of I searched through Bandcamp a lot, and that's when I found Blighfield, which is really like relaxing ambient like electronic music, and there's a lot of loops. There's a lot of using people's dialogue. Like there's one song on Warm Blood where it's kind of this guy is leaving someone a voice message, and those are like the lyrics.
Okay.
That's the vocals in the song. So I think that's really interesting, and I like how it's very experimental. I don't know, it's like nothing I've ever really heard before. Like if I hear Blighfield songs, like I know it's Blighfield because he loops really weird shit. And that's like, for me, I think it's just comforting to have someone, you know, the lyrics are like the guy is just like at a train station and he's lost and he's just telling his friend how he's lost. And there's like a weird, comforting, like the element to that. And I don't know, so. So another electronic-y EP that I'm really into is Shlohmo's Vacation. The song is, my favorite song is When You, but it's spelled W-E-N space U-U-U.
When you...
I mean, you can't really say it, and the EP has a few remixes of it, and it's just, again, really calming, electronic-y ambient music. Shlohmo's cool. I got into Shlohmo around the same time I got into Shigeto.
Okay.
So, probably don't know those, just like I didn't know any of
I
the
don't
rappers
know.
you were listing.
I just said okay.
So yeah, Shlohmo's really good. He's the most played artist on my Last FM, if that's any indicator of like how much I like him. Yeah, it's a really good EP. It's like, I think it's like the best that he's done, even though there's only about 4 songs and like 3 remixes on it. I think it's just really interesting, and I kind of just shuffle and like repeat the same EP over and over again. It's just really calming. Good study music. I feel like most electronic ambient music is good study music though, along with like Ambassadors, but Ambassadors a bit older. Anyways. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I guess our last one that we have in common is Azealia Banks 1991.
Oh man, I like that EP actually. You think what Licorice, Van Vogue, 1991, and well, everyone's
212.
212. That was awesome, man. That's a lot of profanity in that.
I feel like I'd never before. I think Azealia Banks, like I feel like she's kind of like a female Jay-Z in terms of like her pride
That's
of
interesting.
being from Brooklyn.
That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I just find it interesting. I never heard anyone make the comparison of like.
I don't think that their style.
Happy belated birthday to Jay-Z, by the way. His birthday earlier this week.
Yeah.
But I never heard anyone make that comparison between Azealia Banks and.
I don't think their style is the same, but I
No
think
way.
that her emphasis on being from Brooklyn, being from 212, and his emphasis on being from like Marcy Projects, like
Yes.
I think that they're very like similar in terms of their pride and like, I mean, obviously she's not at his level yet, but or like she might not ever be at his level, will ever be at his level.
Hey man, I always compared her to a Missy Elliott type because she was, you know, like probably one of the better female rap artists out there, and you know she had this whole funky style with her, you know, especially in like the late 90s, early 2000s, this really funky style with her, and you know Azalea's been able to like incorporate some more electro sounds, and she's able to channel some inner Missy Elliott inside of her. It's just that, you know, she's a little more of a potty mouth, I find.
I like the potty mouth though. I know that you
Definitely more attractive than Missy Elliott.
I know that you were
No
definitely
offense.
disappointed in me when I was rapping.
I just thought it was just really weird. It's just like, can you say that?
That's the point. Like, I feel like it's kind of cool that she plays with the taboo of like, is it okay to be able to say those words? Because obviously, if you've reached a level, like, if you see the 212 video,
Yes.
she's just so cute wearing her little Mickey Mouse sweater, you know, like just dancing.
So she's just like whispering into the guy's ear. Is that the guy in the video? Is that Lazy J?
I think it might be.
It might be Lazy J.
Yeah.
Because Lazy J, because like the beat was originally done by Lazy J. It was called "Full My Boat," and then Azalea Banks just rapped over it. But like there's like the whole issue with the part where like Azalea Banks is just like rapping in like Lazy J's ear, just like.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
I like that she kind of like plays with that kind of cuteness thing, but like she's like hot.
Yeah.
She is hot.
Oh man, she's hot. I would like her to, you know.
She's a licorice bitch.
I'm very willing to have children with her, and you know.
But yeah, she definitely has this aura, this attitude about her that just kind of sparks this interest. I mean, she has like her own MAC lipstick. She's just like, for someone who has not released an album yet, she is pretty like.
She's getting a lot of good buzz for herself.
Yeah.
It's like Azalea Banks, man. But you know,
Yeah.
I think in 2013, you know, if she gets an album out or at least something out, she's gonna keep that momentum with her, and she's gonna be one to watch for sure.
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't end up like Krayshawn. No one wants to end up like Krayshawn. That white girl that was like rapping.
Oh God, I hate her.
Yeah, Krayshawn, the Gucci girl.
God, I hate her. Okay,
Yeah,
this is where the conversation ends.
End of conversation.
Cool. So those were our top EPs / mixtapes of the year.
2012.
Yeah, last year ever.
Oh
Apparently.
my god. It's gonna be really awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Really glad to be here for the first set of these videos. So just for me, for those of you who don't know, Julian McKenzie, I got my own blog, The Realist MacBook blogspot.com. And I have
Put it at
that
the
somewhere at the bottom right here. Hope my hand's not over that. Really awkward. But yeah, cool. I just basically blog about sports. I also have arts and entertainment too. You know, I'll blog. I'm gonna have a whole thing about music as well. This is just really awesome to get a little crossover going with my girl, Megs.
Yeah, and so as you know, my blog is maquettex.tumblr.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Megs, MEGZSZ. And you can follow Julian.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at both at The Realist JMac. And that's actually at the end, J-Mac is spelled M-A-C. It's supposed to be ironic because my name is actually MCK. I don't know if that's any funny, but you know, hey, it's really...
And also, if you check our blog, we'll be doing more like a written in-depth analysis of the mixtape/EPs.
Absolutely.
And stay in touch because if you subscribe, you will be getting into your inboxes the best albums and best songs of 2012, according to us. So we're not really much of a authority.
I think we're a little above Pitchfork.
Oh, please!
Kidding!
Tampa, and when I hit that dip, get your camera. You can see you in that bitch shit. Tampa, in the DM, that young sister.